All right, on this segment of Study Ball, let's take a look at the San Francisco 49ers and what makes them so good. Obviously, good, solid scheme with Kyle Shanahan, starting with the run game and the different things they do there. Not overcomplicated when you look at it from the outside. A lot of play action off of that. That's really where this offense is based. Run game, play action. Not a great drop back scheme in my opinion, but because they're so good at the other stuff, it allows them to kind of cover that. They don't live in that world very often. The other thing that makes them unbelievably tough to defend is that they have the most versatile players at the different positions. You got Christian McCaffrey, can do everything. You got Deebo Samuel, can do everything. You got George Kittle, most versatile tight end in the game because he can block inline, he can be in the backfield, he can run routes from inside, he can go outside. Kyle Juszcyck, a fullback that can play like a tight end, can play like a fullback, can be a running back at times. He can do all kinds of different stuff. So they got all these guys that you can interchange and play what we kind of call positionless football because you can put them in those different places and they can have success doing anything within this offense. Let's take a look at the tape. All right, so first play before we get into the game against Seattle in the playoffs, I wanted to go back to this play that they ran against Seattle during the regular season. And I just want you to see here formation-wise. So Brandon Ayuk is on the backside, okay? Then you have George Kittle in line. You got Kyle Juszcyck in the backfield, CMC back here, and then you have Jennings here because Deebo Samuel wasn't playing at this point in time. So this particular play, as you can see when we snap it, they get four guys going to the strong side, okay? So they've got a quick little slant back here, okay? But you can put any kind of solo route on the backside. The main point is what you're gonna see up top, you're gonna see a corner route, you're gonna see a hook route, and then you're gonna see a bubble screen to the running back right here, all right? So again, we identified who they were, two wide receiver set, tight end, fullback. Okay, now we're gonna go to the game this past weekend, all right? So now what do we see? All right, so now Kyle Juszcyck is here. George Kittle is in line, okay? Deebo Samuel back here, CMC on the other side as a running back, and then Brandon Ayuk here. So now, what do? We're gonna motion Christian McCaffrey out here. All right, so now, as you see, we're gonna set it up here that our running back went outside to the outside of a bunch, and our wide receiver came into the backfield. And so now we're going to run this play, and what do we got? Okay, so it's not necessarily a slant, it's a skinny post, okay? So go ahead and look at that first, because that's where we're gonna throw it. Right, we get everybody to push. To four strong over here, and it leaves that window backside. Nice job by Brock, sticking it on him. Good catch by Ayuk. But what's the play? What did we just see in Seattle the first time? We're gonna run a corner route. Now it's not George Kittle running the corner route, it's CMC, it's Christian McCaffrey. Kyle Juszcyck is running the hook instead of the receiver. And now instead of a fullback leading out, we've got George Kittle leading out for Deebo Samuel on the swing here. So same play, all the personnel just moves around and they're in different spots because they can do different things with these guys or they can do exactly the same things with these guys. All right, now what do we got? Now we got Deebo Samuel back here. Now we got Christian McCaffrey here. We've got Brandon Ayuk inside, and then Kyle Juszcyck, our fullback, is outside of the bunch formation here. All right, what are we gonna do? Let's watch it, watch down here, okay? We're gonna throw another kind of skinny or in to Deebo Samuel back there. But what are we gonna get on the front side? We're gonna get the same thing. Little hook right here. Kyle Juszcyck now is the one running the corner route. So we've had a running back, we've had a fullback, and we've had a tight end running the corner route. Now George Kittle here again, and we're gonna run the bubble screen, and now it's going to our true running back in Christian McCaffrey. So you've got all these different guys that just interchange. Put different guys on the backside, Ayuk, Deebo. We can put different guys running the corner, a tight end or fullback or running back. Just all kinds of different ways to use these guys and interchange them. Okay, so here, now we come back. So let's go back there. So our last play, right? Our last play had Kyle Juszcyck outside, had George Kittle in the wing, and then our two receivers were in the same positions here, although it was Deebo on the backside, Ayuk on the front side. They're just switched here. Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. And I want to show you that because we just saw that formation and they ran that same 4 strong. Now we're going to come back to this formation. Same sort of thing. Now we're going to run out of this formation. We just motioned our fullback back and he's in a position, right? If we motion him back here, okay, we're in a position now, kind of like they did against Seattle the first time. We could run the hook, we could run the corner, we could lead block, and we could run that 4 strong the same way. So we're giving them the same exact formation, the same exact look with those different guys interchangeable. This time we're going to fake the toss because we can run the toss out of this, right? It's one of our main runs. We're going to fake the toss now, and then we're going to run a concept that they run a lot. This is more of a naked bootleg, but you're going to see them run kind of a post over type concept a lot. I'm going to show you that in a little bit, but here it is. Naked bootleg. Get out the backside, give them that same look to the 4 strong. Now we hit them back to the weak side, and this is the one where Deebo goes 74 yards after the catch and gets a touchdown. Positionless. All right, here we go. Now we're in an I formation. Okay, we're in an I formation right here. Deebo Samuel is our I back. We got Kyle Juszcyck here. We got Christian McCaffrey lining up in a wide receiver spot to the backside. So you're going to see, we're going to motion across. So what is it? It's basically the same set we just saw with Christian McCaffrey back there. And now we've got Deebo Samuel back there and Christian McCaffrey as a wide receiver. So here we line up, same sort of set, right? So you see this look right here. What could we do here? We could run the hook. We could run the corner. We could lead this out and we could run that same play. And Christian McCaffrey, because he can run routes, could run the backside route. We're not doing that here. Here we're giving the same look, and now we're going to toss it. Okay, so I just showed you, right? The fake toss out of this. They ran the naked bootleg. Now we're going to run the toss out of this, but we're running it to Deebo Samuel. Nice little pickup there. Okay, so it's just kind of weird because you're like, okay, they put Deebo Samuel back there instead of one of the top running backs in the National Football League back there. They put Deebo back there to the backside. All right, here we go again. Okay, we're going to motion from that look and go to the other side. So again, we could do that same look if we wanted. Okay, last time they ran the toss, okay, out of this. So now, this time we're going to fake the toss and we're going to throw it back to Christian McCaffrey. I don't even have a wide receiver out there. We're going to run him on a quick slice or one-step slant. We're going to get everybody moving to the toss play that we just showed you. And now, boom, we're going to hit this backside and we're going to go get a slant to Christian McCaffrey, right? Our running back, you know, our all-pro running back out here on the outside and our all-pro wide receiver in the backfield, but we can throw it to him, we can handle it. It doesn't matter because all these guys are interchangeable and anybody on the football field can do these things. Okay, so then from there, we're going to take a look at their run game and their play action specifically. Okay, so the run game, do a lot of different things out of their run game, out of a formation like this, but you're going to see this over and over again, okay, that they love to use Brandon Ayuk as the guy that gets down the field. So whatever it is, he runs post or they run a pylon quite often off of this concept, and then they run the over. You're going to see this play over and over and over again off of the play action. Saw it earlier, kind of the post and the over on the naked. Now off the play action, you got the pylon in the over. Okay, so he's got a pylon. Probably has a shot at the pylon. Come out here reading this corner. That corner's that far away. Take the high angle shot, you got it. But you also have the over coming to Deebo Samuel. It's the one early in the game. He just airmailed this. It was raining, a little bit wet. But you see the concept, right? Give just different looks. Same concepts over and over again. Do we run the pylon? Do we run the post? But we've got the over coming with it, all right? And it ultimately becomes, right, here, just like everybody else has in the league. Got Christian falling out here so we can read that high-low off of that flat defender right there. But you're going to see that over and over again off the play action. All right, here we go. Play action again, kind of the same type look. Now we're going to go with a half roll. Half roll, what are we going to get? We're going to get this, right? Clear out here. Then we're going to get the over. And then we're going to have a flat down there with Christian, right? Same thing. Clear out the corner. So we got the pylon. Boom. Flat. Reading that defender. He stays down with the play action. Easy completion. Guys wide open on the second level. Time and time again because of what they do in the run game, and they pull guys up in the play action. All right, why not? Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Okay, so we could go here and we could motion there, and we could do the same sort of thing. We could go here with the hook, here with the corner, here with the lead here, and then Deebo backside on the single. All kind of the same formations, just guys interchanging to different spots. But instead, we run the play action, work to the backside. This time, instead of running the corner, we're going to run the post. We're going to run the over, right? Same sort of stuff. Really a read off of the free safety when you got single high right here. I like to look, safety just backs up off the bat, which lets you know off the play action. You probably have this crosser right here. But I see what Brock sees. He's holding this, and he finally gets Diggs to start to jump. So once he does that, he believes he's got the post up over the top. A lot of distance there. I'm probably taking the over here, but I see what he sees here, and he's going to try to get the touchdown. Unfortunately, Ayuk didn't think he was getting it. So as he comes back in here, he's almost looking to block, thinking the ball's going to go to Deebo, because he probably didn't notice I fast forward, but on the long play to Deebo, Ayuk set an unbelievable block that really was what sprung him for that 75-yard touchdown. But Brock's going to try to get the middle of the field and get the touchdown throw, which obviously is there, right? He's got it, but Ayuk got caught up, a little bit confused right there on what they were doing, and they missed that opportunity. But again, you see it over and over and over again. Here we go. Let's motion, positionless. Now we got different guys. Deebo's coming on the jet sweep. He's going to end up being the flat defender here. And go here and send that pylon this time. Now we're going to come with the over once again, all off the hard play action and the different action up front. There it is. Another wide open chunk shot if he wants it, right? Neil back pedaling a little bit here, so he ends up dumping it off to Deebo, which is never a bad option. But you see if he holds it just a little bit longer, got a shot for that deep over once again. But the same concepts, right? We wonder why young quarterback that's been in there 7 games is playing so well. Man, it's fairly easy when you can get into situations not only where guys are wide open, but you have the ability to run the same plays over and over again. So your quarterback, if he's comfortable with that play, and you've got the ability to run it over and over again, it's going to give that guy a better chance to succeed early on. Instead of asking him to run 100 different plays, let's stay in his wheelhouse, let's run the football, let's move guys around to gain advantages on the defense, and then we'll let our young quarterback just read things out and play the game. All right, what do we got here? Now we're going to be, it's kind of interesting. They motion him this way, because I'll show you in a minute why they do that sometimes. They motion him this way, and then they just run him out to the flat. Okay, so it's a little decoy that, hey, we're motioning Christian over that way. So these guys start to move, and then what do? We run the same play again. We run the same play. Now, again, we got the deep corner. We've got the over, and now George Kittle. Boom, block, block, block. He becomes the flat. Same exact play for Brock. Comes back, and again, you look. Look at that. Like, it doesn't get any more open than that, any easier than that. But because they're trying to figure all these things out, we got guys motioning in different ways because we can use Christian McCaffrey as a decoy because we got all these other guys that can make plays for us. I mean, this is Deebo, Chippen, and Christian McCaffrey in the flat. 2 best players, people might argue, right? Doing stuff underneath because we've got skilled players that we believe in Ayuk and Kittle can do the other roles here because they're versatile enough to do that. Another nice, easy, open chunk throw to Ayuk. All right, so I talked about that little motion that they'll do right here, but this is another play you're going to see them run numerous times, what we call T-seam, so tailback seam. All right, so we're going to do this and run through here to try to influence that safety. We're going to do this and run outside to try to widen guys and take out the corner. Then we're going to run our tailback, Christian McCaffrey, right? You could do it with Deebo. Either of those guys out of there that can get down the field. We're going to try to get that seam there, clear everything out, get the seam, and then what do they do on the backside? Again, positionless. They're going to have George Kittle here run a choice route, okay? A choice route. So we can read this, and we can go through here, and if they want to chase to the backside, and they want to clear out here, and somebody wants to chase, whether it's a linebacker or the safety, come over to get Christian, now we're running the choice route to replace underneath. So you see it right there, maybe a shot, right? Maybe a shot if he felt comfortable up and over those linebackers, but I see what he sees. Everything's kind of clearing out. The backside linebacker, based on this Seattle cover 3, likes to carry with number 3. Let's replace it. Let's replace it. So, as quarterbacks, right? If I get middle closed, I'm going to look at that guy first. If this guy widens a little bit like he does here, I'm thinking Jennings to the backside. Guy that can take it away in this defense is the backside linebacker who carries. If he does that, let me replace it. And here it is right here. Boom, he turns to carry, and we're going to just replace with George Kittle right where he's at. Bang, bang. Nice little pass concept right there. But again, something that they will do numerous times. So here, right, they're already kind of cheating. I mean, look how wide Christian McCaffrey is, almost in the backside of a bunch, not really in a running position, but that's that quick motion, or that's lining up outside. And now we've got different guys doing different things. And here we go again, okay? So now we're gonna go through here. We're gonna go there. We're gonna run this seam into this window. And then instead of a choice on the backside, now we're gonna set this rub. We're gonna bring Deebo on the shallow. And then Kittle's gonna come back into that area. All right, so here you go. Now, like I said, middle close, right? Middle close, read the free safety. Middle close, read the free safety. If the free safety overplays it, look to go back here just like you did the last time, because this time they don't have somebody carrying. Playing more of a man-to-man type situation here. I'm not sure who's covering the receiver there because they're bringing pressure. But right here, he stays high. That's your touchdown throw right there. But even so, we're just trying to replace. So we're going to try to get the T-seam. If that guy carries him, just replace right here to your shallow that's coming right into your vision. There it is. Boom, right into your vision. Go get it to Deebo. Let him make somebody miss and go get a big play. There you have it. I don't know. You tell me how to stop it, right? You tell me the adjustments that you make defensively when all these guys can play different positions. All these guys can do all the different things that they're asking their receivers and running backs to do. So, one time you see Christian McCaffrey go outside and you're like, okay, the running back went outside. Okay, let's make our adjustment there. And then all of a sudden, Deebo comes into the backfield and you're like, oh, shoot. They can run every run play they have in their playbook with Deebo back there. They can run different routes on the outside with Christian. And so that's what makes this offense so difficult to defend. Even though, as you see on there, it's not overcomplicated in terms of they're not running so many things that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what they're going to do. But they always have good plays and good complementary plays that come off of those formations, those looks, those alignments with the different guys. And they use those different guys in ways that you can't, as a defense, say, oh, well, if he's in the backfield, they only do this. Or if he's outside, they'll only do that. Great flexibility within this offense, and that's what makes it so difficult for defenses to truly match up and know what kind of adjustment they need to make, because other teams put their their running back outside as a wide receiver, and oh, well, they're going to have to throw the football because they don't have anybody that's going to come in here and run like a Deebo Samuel. That's not the case, or vice versa. You put your running back out there, well, we know they're going to do something else because they're not going to throw it to their running back out there, on a solo wide receiver route. Christian McCaffrey can do those things. So love what they're doing with all these different pieces, not overcomplicating it, but using the skill sets of all of these guys to continually put pressure on the defense.